Everyone, Ryan here with another social skills video. Today I'm going to go through a strategy that you can use when you pick clothes. So something that's helpful and worth considering to help you with social situations, to start more conversations with more people, to have more people talk to you, and to have more things to talk about in your conversation, is to try to pick clothing that has something on it that draws a bit of focus towards you and also is easy for people to talk about. And bonus goal, if it's also got a story behind it, like you got it from a certain country when you went traveling, or it's because of a certain interest that you have, or if not a story, you can make jokes about it. So this is an example. This often causes people to look in my direction. Some people come up and ask me about it. Obviously, it's got loads of hieroglyphics on it and an Egyptian queen. This means that people are going to look in your direction, and then what you can do if you want to is look back. If they hold eye contact for a while, you can just give them like a smile or a nod. If they do that back, you can give them like a wave or something. And if they do something like that back again, then it's pretty much guaranteed you can start speaking to them and it's not going to be a problem. It's also going to mean that some people are just going to start talking to you straight away. And it's also going to make conversations a bit easier because it's something people can mention in a conversation with you, or you can actually bring it up. If you run out of things to say, you can start talking about the thing that you're wearing. Obviously, you need to adapt it to different situations. So I'm hardly going to wear this to like a funeral or something, right? The most outrageous thing that I've used is like a children's toy stuffed animal monkey, a pink one, and it had Velcro on its hands, and I'd wrap it around my neck, stick the hands together, so I'd have a monkey hanging off my back. And the amount of people that would look over so I could speak to them or just come and talk to me was absolutely insane. Now, I'd wear this if I'm on holiday at the beach or a music festival or a party, if it's like quite a lively party, but I'm not going to wear it around the street every day. So you want to adapt to the situation. If the situation is more formal and more quiet and a bit more mundane, then you will need to go for stuff that is less loud and less over the top. If you're in a situation that's more crazy and like more of a lively atmosphere, then you can start to push it more. One example of someone who's done this well in very formal situations, if you look up someone called David Dimbleby, he used to host a show here in the UK called Question Time, where he used to be the referee, or whatever they call it in that situation, between there's two people on either side. There's usually one politician from one party, one politician from another party, and then well-known people like celebrities and stuff, and they discuss politics and things like that. So this is obviously quite like a serious, formal situation, but this guy is well known for his ties, and you can look them up. So he had a tie, and every time it was something different. And I remember he had one with sharks on it, and it was pink. And I remember he had one with spiders. So this is just an example of how even in a very formal situation, you can use this method to make socializing just a bit easier. And the great thing about this is once you're wearing it, you don't really have to do anything with it, other than if you're going to introduce it into a conversation, which isn't hard to do or remember. It works passively for you without you putting in any effort at all. If you really want to make socializing easier, I'd recommend that you have something that's along those lines on every part of your body that you can put stuff on. So you definitely want to have stuff on your wrists, bracelets, watches, something around your neck. In some situations, a hat, a scarf, and obviously the rest of your clothes, because you're not going to walk around naked just with accessories, unless you're going to some kind of weird hippie party, in which case, cool. But you could also even write something on your chest in those situations, so you can be imaginative. Tattoos obviously are also one that works well. Obviously, if you get a tattoo, then you have to stay with it for the rest of your life, probably. If you're someone who's used to wearing plain clothes and is more shy, then it might be a bit of a big step up to do this to quite a large extent. In which case, what I'd recommend is just get one thing for now. Just get one bracelet or one t-shirt that says something on it or has a picture or something like that. And then once you get comfortable with that, add another item and just change a bit over time, because you don't want to feel uncomfortable. Managing your own emotions is the most important thing in social skills by miles. So you don't want to be dressing in this way and it costing your emotions and making you feel awkward. You want to be comfortable with it. Ideally, you want to get comfortable with having a lot of stuff that makes conversations easier, where people can focus on, talk about, has a story behind it, draws a bit of attention to you. Obviously not too much. You're not going to walk around with like a traffic cone on your head and like a torch or something with like strobe lights or something, because that's just going to make people have a negative perception of you and you're probably going to be annoying. So obviously there's a limit, like with everything. But this strategy works really well and it's really low effort as well. Generally, what I've also found is that if you're wearing something that's very different like this, as long as it's not terrible quality, people tend to perceive it as good clothing, to the same extent as if you're wearing something that costs even 10 times as much in some cases. What I do to find these kinds of items of clothing is I think about what I want first, and then I look it up on the internet. And a lot of the time there's small like stores or artists or something who make these things. So this I actually got off of Etsy, and I get quite a lot of my clothes off Etsy because I use this same mechanic to help with social situations. So that was today's video on a strategy that you can use with clothing and accessories, and also with objects as well. Like if you've got a bag, an umbrella, the list goes on and on. So I'm aiming to make one video a day and working up to that. We do one-to-one coaching. I've coached social skills full-time for over 11 years now, including a free trial session of the one-to-one coaching. If you'd like to book that, there'll be a link below, so showing you where you can book it. Plus we have a video course with all of my stuff on how to not run out of things to say in conversation, and lots of stuff on how to overcome nervousness in social situations. Again, link below. And we have a WhatsApp group chat where I'm in it, obviously, and I answer people's questions. We have discussions about social skills. I post stuff. So if you want to join that, again, the link is below to join the chat. Stay tuned. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll answer your comments. And like the video if you want to support my movement to make Earth a better place by helping people with their social skills, so people can have more positive emotions and less bad stuff like being lonely and arguing with each other and stuff like that. So stay tuned.